Dennis, great to see you after this game. Your thoughts on the result? 2-1 against Dulwich. Hamlet. What do you make of your team today?
Great team performance, I would say. It was a great fight, well-deserved win. I would say we dominated them for minimum 75 minutes. It was a tough start for us to come in the game. Then conceded a very unlucky goal, but I think with the moment we conceded the goal, we really dominated the opponent. And Dulwich is a very strong side, as you can see. They're a little bit off their peak maybe at the moment, but you can see that they're coming closer. If they have their best 11 on the pitch, they're hard to beat, and I wouldn't be surprised if they end up in the playoffs.
The winning goals seem to take a lot from your philosophy, I suppose, the way the team play here. That ball on the edge of the box could have taken. Kutrieb and guessing should have taken a shot a couple of times, but worked it in, and that was the winner. Does that please you?
Yeah, very, very much, because at the end of the day you work so hard, and especially the boys work so hard during the week, and not just the last week, every week since we started the season. I said it so many times in every interview. Regardless if we are on the table at the moment, I will ever be proud of them, because the least what you can do in football is work hard, and that's what they have done the whole season. And sometimes if you think like, get a shot on target, and you play this little extra pass and it's on, you're in front of the goal 1v1, and if you finish it like Rex finished it in a great way, then you get the winner. So obviously we could have scored before, we could have scored after, and maybe that's the only negative, that you don't put it to bed, that you don't score the third goal earlier. So you always need to suffer a little bit, but even the defense outstanding today, so I'm really proud.
Did you feel comfortable after that second goal? I mean, obviously Dulwich were going to come at you at the end, but did you feel secure in your defence?
Yeah, I felt good today. To be fair, from the early beginning, because apart from the one goal, I can't remember that Louis had a great save to make or something like this, so I would say there was no chance for them to score a goal. Obviously with Green and McQueen, and then later with Kandi, they're always dangerous. Definitely, they're one of the best players in the league, with many others of course, but they are playing for a reason in this league, and they dominated many games in this season, so they are really strong. And you could see the good thing for us was we could make them a little bit tired in the first half, because we just passed the ball from the left to the right side, and Green and McQueen, they needed to work so hard defensively that they missed a little bit more in the offense to be a really big threat, and that was well done from especially from our back three today.
So that's today. Obviously, there's the wonders of English football across the really just the holidays. You get to play twice in 4 days. Concord Rangers on Monday. What would you make of that challenge?
Well, completely different game than today. So what I like from Concord is that they try to play as well. They are completely different style of football than Dulwich. They try to play out from the back. They try to do their own thing. It's not that they look so much what the opposition is doing. They try to play their style, and I really like what they are doing there. So they were in a few games this season a little bit unlucky. Otherwise, they would have been around the playoffs, I would say, because the players are definitely good enough. So we need to be up for it. Obviously, it's good for us that we can recover tomorrow, and then Sunday have a little training session, be back hopefully fresh on Monday. We don't know what we can expect, how intense their game was today, because obviously it plays always a role. You never know if there are injuries, if they're really out of energy because of the game today. So we will see on Monday. We need to be up for it, and we need to play the same intensity like today, and put the same efforts in. Obviously the pitch is not the best, what we could see already this season, and everyone knows anyway. But as I said, we need to be up for it. We need to be mentally prepared, because as I said, it was a really great result today, and we had the same when we played Oxford at home, and then we missed the chance to get a result at Braintree, and that's very similar the situation for me. And now we need to make sure that we do it better on Monday.
Is it towards the end of the season more about the momentum that you build towards, if it is going to be the playoffs, or is it vitally important that you finish second or third to get that home advantage first off?
It's tough to say for me. I think the most important thing is, as always, doesn't matter if you're early in the season or late, that you win games, because that's crucial every part of the season. And that's what we have done impressive, what I think, because as I said, they are a strong side. It's not, Welling was a little bit easier, no disrespect for them, but it was a little bit easier for our boys than today because they are really good. And I wouldn't say it has much to do with where we are in the season, but obviously, of course, you need to win your games, that you get the best position in the table. Even if it's not possible to get the first spot, you need to try to get the best spot possible, what's possible for us. And then you maybe would have an advantage in the playoffs. But as I said, we just need to see game by game and watch game by game what we are doing on the pitch, if we are ready, if we are prepared, if we are on it like today. As I said, it was a really dominant performance, and that's what pleased me very much, because it's not always about dominant performances like we could see many times here this season. Sometimes you dominate the opponent, don't get the results. But today we had both, and that's exactly the situation which we need. Obviously, of course, for the playoffs as well, but at the moment I think it's still too early to talk about it.
Congratulations today. Thank you very much for sparing the time.
Thank you.
Dennis. Thank you. That's Dennis Kutrieb, the Ebbsfleet United manager.